Welcome to the first offering of the ATI Professional Development Webinar Series, the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center. My name is Michelle Larson. I'm part of the Professional Development Team at Assessment Technologies. I want to thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center. The Pre-K Parent Center is a useful tool available to all programs using Galileo. At the end of this recorded session, if you have further questions, please do not hesitate to contact your field services coordinator. We are always here to help you make the most of your Galileo experience. During this webinar, we will demonstrate many of the key features of the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center for both families and programs, including how to use the Pre-K Parent Center to encourage family engagement. We will start off by talking about what is the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center. I'll demonstrate key features for families, including accessing the Pre-K Parent Center. Then I'll demonstrate key features for programs and continue on to demonstrate how teachers would post notes and create family logins. The Pre-K Parent Center is a secured area within Galileo Pre-K Online where parents can access up-to-date information about a child's learning and classroom experiences, including accessing reports showing which capabilities the child has learned and is ready to learn next. The Times for Learning Activity Library, available through the center, offers numerous learning activities a parent can use with his or her child at home. The Parent Center also displays notes posted by the child's teacher or program. The Pre-K Parent Center offers a unique way for teachers to communicate with families regarding their child's development and share upcoming activities and lesson plans designed to promote their child's learning. The Pre-K Parent Center is a platform for families to remain continually engaged in their child's education. Families are able to actively participate in their child's learning as well as regularly monitor their child's developmental progress. At-home activities are designed to facilitate fun educational experiences for families to share with their children. Each activity aligns to one or more of the knowledge areas identified within the Galileo G3 assessment scales. These activities will help children achieve key capabilities that may increase school readiness, leading to a more successful educational path lifelong. Teachers may also post their own custom activities for families. Lesson plans are also available through the Pre-K Parent Center if a teacher chooses to post them. When a teacher posts lesson plans for families, they can stay up to date on what skills the child will be learning throughout the program year. Class notes and child notes can also be posted by teachers or program staff, which may be announcements or notes which are made available to families of all children in a center, program, or class. Additionally, they may post personal notes to parents which are specific to an individual child. When a teacher posts observations to the Galileo G3 assessment scales, the information is automatically available through the Pre-K Parent Center reports. This offers a way for families to stay continually updated and involved in their child's progress. Examples of reports include the Individual Observation Record Worksheet, which guides parents through observing their children's development at home by providing a checklist to document the new capabilities being demonstrated. These home observations may then be returned to the classroom teacher. The Individual Development Profile Report outlines what a child has learned and is ready to learn now based on observations entered by the child's teacher and program staff. This report can be printed with or without a parent signature option. Accessing the Pre-K Parent Center is quick and easy. Parents navigate to the Assessment Technology Incorporated homepage at ati-online.com and click on the Pre-K Parent Center link, available in the Gold User Login tab. I'll now demonstrate this. Here we see the Galileo homepage, the Pre-K Parent Center link available in the golden menu bar. After entering the login name and password provided by the child's teacher, parents are automatically brought to the Galileo Parent Center homepage. From this screen, we see the main menu of options for parents. First, we are able to view class notes. These would be notes posted by the child's teacher or program staff, which are available to all children in this class. Next, we could view child notes. These would be notes which are available to the individual family of this student, in my case, Elijah Crawford. Next, I'll see Elijah's teacher's name, contact information, and a link to email Elijah's teacher. We can also see the Individual Development Profile Report. Let's start here and take a look. When accessing an Individual Development Profile Report, I can select the observation date range for which I'd like to run the report. I can also decide if I would like to look at capabilities which Elijah has learned, is ready to learn now, ready to learn soon, or ready to learn in the future. For demonstration purposes, let's take a look at the capabilities which Elijah has learned and is ready to learn now. Next, we can select the developmental area that we'd like to focus on. For my demonstration, I'm going to select the Galileo G3 3 to 5 years approaches to learning. I can see that Elijah's teacher has provided information on this scale because it says in use next to the scale name. Once highlighted, I can click the right arrow to bring the Approaches to Learning Developmental Area scale to the Selected Developmental Areas box. Once the developmental area I'd like to focus on is in this right-hand box, select Run Report. This will then open as a PDF file. From here, I can see that between the observation period of August through November, Elijah has learned multiple capabilities in the Approaches to Learning scale. Let's take a look. It looks like he is ready now to learn persisting with difficult or non-preferred activities and correcting his own mistakes. This is indicated by the readiness level of Plan Now. Let's go see if we can find an at-home activity that I can share with Elijah that will help him develop these key capabilities. I'll start by minimizing this report and navigating back to the Galileo Parent Center homepage. From here, I'll see at-home activities on the left-hand side. Computer-based activities are designed to be language and reading activities through the Galileo Storyteller feature, which parents can share with their children at home. The at-home activities link takes us to the menu to select short, simple activities which are easily accessible for families to share with their children at home. Under Activity Library, I'm going to select the Times for Learning G3. Developmental area, I'm going to select Approaches to Learning. Under the Knowledge area, I'm going to select Taking Initiative and Exhibiting Curiosity. Here we see multiple activities which would help Elijah develop these capabilities listed in the Taking Initiative and Exhibiting Curiosity knowledge area. Now let's go back and double check on that individual development profile which capabilities we're trying to help Elijah focus on. So coming back here, it looks like, Elijah has learned all of the capabilities in Taking Initiative. Maybe instead we should look at developing creativity and inventiveness. Let me navigate back to the activity selection and see if we can find those. I'll change my knowledge area, developing creativity and inventiveness, and let's take a look at Animal Kingdom. Once selected, the activity will also open as a PDF file. The activities in the Times for Learning G3 library were designed to require very little or no materials to make them more accessible to families. Each activity will include a list of the developmental areas and goals that this activity will help the child develop, a brief description of the activity, then the full description to explain how parents will use this activity at home with their child. We can see here the Animal Kingdom activity will help Elijah develop this capability number 15, persisting with a difficult or non-preferred activity. That's just what we were looking for. Now, as a parent, I could print this activity and share it with Elijah. For our demonstration purposes, I'm going to minimize our activity and navigate back to the Parent Center homepage. The last two options for the Parent Center that I'd like to demonstrate for you is the Individual Observation Record Report and Lesson Plans. Let's first take a look at the Individual Observation Record. The Individual Observation Record is a worksheet that families can use at home to document the capabilities they see their child demonstrating. Therefore, as I was sharing the Animal Kingdom activity with Elijah, I could be using the Approaches to Learning observation record to observe the capabilities I saw him demonstrating during the activity. I'm going to select the Approaches to Learning developmental area, move it over to the Selected Developmental Areas box, and click Run Report. This will also open as a PDF file. Once open, I'll see a list of all of the capabilities that are listed in the Approaches to Learning scale. As a family member, I could be checking off these capabilities and taking notes about when and how I saw Elijah demonstrating these capabilities. I could then share this information with Elijah's teacher. This would be a useful tool to have on hand while sharing those at-home activities. Now we'll navigate back to the Parent Center homepage and take a look at lesson plans. If a teacher decides to share their lesson plans through the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center, families could access them here. They would begin by selecting the library in which the lesson plans were housed. In our case, I'll select Zach's lesson plans. Now we'll see that Zach has posted lesson plans for weeks 1 through 5. By selecting 1 week, I'm able to run the report. It will open as a PDF file and show me the goals that Elijah's teacher, Zach, will be focusing on this week. It will also show me the activities that will be included in this week's lessons and any notes that Elijah's teacher has posted about this week's lessons. That concludes our demonstration of utilizing the Parent Center for families. I'm going to minimize our lesson plan and go ahead and log out of the Parent Center. This takes me right back to the Assessment Technologies homepage. We will now start talking about using the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center for programs. The Pre-K Parent Center allows programs to communicate with families in their program. The Pre-K Parent Center allows programs to post announcements which can be made available for the entire program, a class, or a particular student. When a teacher or program staff posts observations to a child's record, these observations automatically become available through the Parent Center reports, such as the Individual Development Profile, which we just viewed. When a teacher posts notes to a child's record, he or she has the option to make these notes available through the Pre-K Parent Center through simply clicking the Publish checkbox on the Child Note Data Entry form, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. Because of the increased evidence that family involvement is directly related to a child's success in school, many agencies have begun to require documentation of parental involvement. The Galileo Pre-K Parent Center offers multiple paths for encouraging family engagement. The Individual Observation Record Worksheet, which we looked at a moment ago, allows families to observe their child at home, which encourages family engagement. By viewing the Individual Development Profile report, families can stay continually up to date on what their child is learning and areas that they may want to focus on at home to encourage the child's progress in each developmental area. At-home activities, such as the Animal Kingdom activity, which we viewed a few moments ago, are available for every developmental area within the Galileo assessment scales. These activities are a significant way to encourage families to participate in their child's developmental progress. Because some families do not have consistent access to a computer, Some programs set up a Parent Information Center at the program site where parents can access the Pre-K Parent Center when picking up or dropping off their child. This negates inequalities in access for families and provides a direct point of observation for programs to ensure that families are utilizing this important tool. We will now navigate to the Galileo Pre-K homepage and log in, and I will demonstrate for you how teachers can post information to the Pre-K Parent Center and create family logins. I will now log in as a teacher. When entering notes for your class, you have the option to make notes available to the Parent Center or keep them private. I will demonstrate how to enter a child note and make it available to the child's family. I'll start by clicking the red Assessment tab, moving down to Enter Observations, and select Notes. From here, I will select to add a new note. From this page, I can select if I want to make this note available to all children in my class or just one child. For our demonstration purposes, I'll select to make this note available to Bruno. By deselecting all of the other students' names, I will make this note private to Bruno. Once Bruno is the only name selected, I can begin entering my note. Next, I make the selection to publish this note to the Pre-K Parent Center or keep it private. For our demonstration purposes, I will click this checkbox to publish this note to the Pre-K Parent Center. If I wanted to include an image, I could upload that here. Next, I type my note. And click Save. This note has now been saved and is available to Bruno's family in the Pre-K Parent Center. Next, I'll show you how to create a parent login. We could begin by coming to the red Setup tab, select User Accounts under the gray menu bar, and select Family. From here, I can create a login for the students in my class's family. Let's take a look. I'll first select Peaches and Cream. You can see here that Peaches' family does have a user login name and a password. Kazana's family does not have a username and password. I'll show you now how to simply create one. Begin by typing in the username and a password. And click Save Parent User. Once Save has been clicked, if this username existed within the Galileo system, it would give us a notification that we needed to change our password or our username. It looks like Kazana123 has now been created as the login for Kazana's parents. I could now share this login name and password with them, and they would have access to the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center and all of its useful tools 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Well, now that concludes our demonstration of how teachers post to the Galileo Pre-K Parent Center. We'll now navigate back to our lecture materials. Additional information, including a quick reference guide for using the Pre-K Parent Center, is available in the Pre-K Professional Development Forum, which can be accessed by clicking the Forum button in the golden menu bar within any page of Galileo. I'd like to thank you for attending this course covering the Galileo Pre-K parent Center. If you have further questions, please contact your field services representative. We are always here to assist you. Thank you very much.